Liquidate RSP Savings to pay off debt in retirement. This is Will Prinzen. I've been thinking a lot about the debate over whether to liquidate RSP savings to pay off debt in retirement. It's been discussed for years in the financial professional circles, and I remember fondly the days of the Do Both campaign. Today, my thoughts are similar, but with a twist. First, how can you be truly retired if you still have consumer debt? Consumer debt by default is debt that should be paid from wages earned through employment or self-employment. Think of it this way, it's your reward for working. You get to borrow a little to consume, whether it's for a house, a car, or a vacation. Well, that's a matter of opinion. Now, if you're retired, you aren't earning wages, or at least you shouldn't be earning wages, and leave that for those who need to. And the only reason you should need to is to pay off a debt that was solely created for consumption. This is also a consideration for your personal investment risk management. There are two kinds of debt, productive and less productive. You can also call them tax deductible and non-tax deductible, but for this conversation, I'm speaking in terms of regardless of the tax. Tax rules can change any day, but the laws of leverage remain true. Productive versus less productive debt is the current debate by the Bank of Canada in its comments about where the increase of gross domestic product, or GDP as we know it, and where it's coming from. Look at their comments from October the 22nd for more insight on what I'm referring to. And what I'm referring to in this context of this conversation. October 27th, 2014. There's a reference in the report to the need for business investment to drive the economy, yet business investment doesn't seem to be moving much. GDP growth is expected to continue at 2.5% with little business investment leverage, so it stands to reason consumer spending is still driving growth at this time and has been for some time now. What's ironic about this as it relates to the RSP versus paying debt is that it's happening at all. Yet there is this solution that could help bridge this gap between consumer debt and business investment, but it isn't suggested on a regular basis by financial professionals. If we were to rename business investment as investment debt, then the solution to that which ails us is our belief in our own financial system, and at its core is investment leverage. Our challenges with investment debt as a high-risk strategy are overlooked in favor of continued rising consumer debt levels, which is also a higher risk leverage. The ones who should be making the shift are those with consumer debt. But these people are too risk adverse to make a change and go down further that rabbit hole of debt. The solution is the problem. The problem is the solution. And I believe one day people will realize this. Shifting leverage provides us the ability to offset other leverage where we may have overdone it slightly, like over-consuming. We all know life is not about the size of our houses, yet for some, this is a challenge. Do yourself a favor and seek out some new solutions, but be prepared to acknowledge the challenges over-consuming can have on your future. Live within your means. To reduce the risk of integrating an investment debt solution, I always suggest, though, that this is done with a financial professional with strong integrity and clear focus. Thanks. This is my first blog for my new company, Sciuridae. We're launching in March 2015 in London, Ontario, and we hope to see you out. See our website, sciuridae.ca, for more details.